I'm gonna make, like I said, Taiwanese braised pork with rice, and but you can't hear anything. I can probably change it.
It seems to be a sudden general explosion of mass homicide. Will all who wish to die please raise their...
Surely you can see
Oh,
that
it's
you
just
could
the
never
song.
make her
Okay.
happy.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
Well, for Pete's sake, say yes or no.
Oh yes, the sleeping pills.
So like I said, we're gonna do some Chinese braised pork, and then we're also gonna do Portuguese egg tarts. So the braised pork is something that's always been one of my absolute favorite things to eat ever growing up. It's just like straight up one of my absolute favorites. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. I've got a little bit of a different setup. I've found my electric wok. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but I've got my electric wok, which is just plugged in so that I can actually cook without going over to the stove. I will need to be doing a couple of things on the stove, but it's just going to make the whole pork part a lot easier. So we're going to start off with a good slab of pork belly. I buy it frozen because it's so much cheaper. I always buy my meat frozen because I generally freeze everything anyway before I use it. And this is about 600 grams of pork belly.
Embrace that
Throw in
dark.
some paper towels because as it has been defrosted, it is a little bit wet. We just want to pat it dry and get out, so it's nice and dry before we start working with. Actually, in saying that, I needed to prepare some other things before going into the pork belly. Hey, the battery, you shouldn't have come here. Don't worry, we'll just make you even hungrier. Hey, take us hit Twitch 9. Probably just absolutely butchered your name, but hey, how's it going? Alright, we're just gonna put that back in here and it can just sit until we're ready to use it. Takashi Twitch 9. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, the words are really small and I'm finding it hard to read because, you know, I'm half blind. No, I think. There we go. Cool. Okay, so I'm just going to prepare a few small aromatics just to get started. We're going to do a little knob of ginger. It's about like, I don't know, a thumb size. If you've got big thumbs, use a little thumb size. You like that slab of meat? Same. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cut it up really small. So we're basically going to mince, wait, did I say ginger? Because that's what we're doing. We're mincing up the ginger. So what you want to do is do some really fine slices. You're the king of New York? Wait, I don't know what that means. Like, I think I must be missing. So after you've sliced it, you slice it the other way, so it's basically, I guess, julienne, and then you go through it the other way. So right now I've got like tiny little battens, which are just I mean, you can have them big. I just like to get it really tiny so that you don't get any of this when you actually eat it. You just get the flavor. So you just go through it in 3 directions until you basically have finely minced ginger. What on earth is Takashi saying? I don't understand. Are these like references to something? And we just pop this into a little thing. So I had actually peeled the ginger before I used it. If you want, you don't have to peel it. It just Like the skin doesn't actually make any sound or anything. References to your life. You're a famous rapper. Wait, actually? You're a famous rapper? That's cool. Okay. So, usually I would use shallots, but I don't have any shallots right now, so I'm going to use some baby onions. I've got 3 here, but I think I'll only need 2. Not a huge volume. So what we want to do with the onions or the shallots, okay, do a good. There's a wrapper here that locked. Wait, so are you saying that you're actually him? Takashi? Yeah, these are the onions are cute, but I'm also kind of annoyed because I wanted slightly larger, well, I wanted larger onions because these just it means that you have to peel every single one of them, and they're really fiddly and annoying. So with these, what you want to do is, I've topped and tailed and then halved them and then peeled them. So I want to just slice them quite finely through the top and the root, basically. Get them sliced through. You got a tip, but keep it secret. You have no idea the difference between shallots and onions. Debauchery, so shallots are a bit sweeter. They're not like as potent as onions. Shallots are just like, they're quite sweet, and they just give a really, really nice yeah, I guess sweet flavor. Sweeter than onions anyway. Shallots are not as strong, yes. Actually, if you hold a lighter under the onion for 5 seconds, the heat will release the grip the skin has on the body. Actually, I'm kind of scared to do that. I'm really clumsy, and I'm pretty sure that I'll end up either dropping the onion or the lighter and burning the house down. Hold it for 5 seconds. Is it because like the skin kind of like burns up? I don't know. I mean, these aren't too terrible to peel, it's just that they're so small and so it's quite fiddly. So I'm just going to use 2 for now. You don't want your house burnt down? No, certainly not. The battery, your grandma put onions and garlic on everything. I pretty much do, except for sweet food. Wait, you burnt down one of your apartments, Takashi? Oh, they're a little bit spicy. Woo. You spat fire into the mic at one of your studios and burnt the whole place. Lol. We need Vu here. Vu would appreciate the punnage. Blame Vu. Ooh, my eyes. My eyes. Okay. Eyes, her eyes. Something, something. Her hair. Something, something. I don't know the words to the song. Okay, so I've got my onions. I've got 2 little baby onions. If you have shallots, use shallots. And okay, so I've got some garlic here that I'm just gonna crush. Not all of this is for this dish. I'm going to be using some of it later as well. So we're just going to get it ready now. Is this vu a blood? Vu? It's VU, and I don't know what you mean by a blood. Is Vu's last name Du? Vu's last name is Vu. And neighbor reveal, you can see them in a window. Really? So, I should invite them onto the stream sometime. So basically, garlic. If you've been here for any of my previous streams, you would have seen this before. I just crush the garlic underneath my knife, and then the skin just falls right off. So it helps in the actual cutting process. Like my neighbor's beard. Oh lol. Yeah, he's got an impressive beard. I ain't afraid of no knife. How no? Knife should be afraid of me. So we've got I don't know, six largish cloves of garlic. If anyone's keeping count. And right now, what you just want to do is we just want to basically almost mince this as well. So just take your knife through it in a few directions and nice and easy. Chunky's fine, like it's all gonna break down eventually. It's actually quite a lot of garlic, but that's alright. We like garlic. You can just run your knife through it pretty coarsely. Pretty roughly, it doesn't matter. Once you do that and just scrape it together and just run it through a few times. Doesn't need to be, you know, perfect. We're not on MasterChef or anything. So we can just scoop that up and put it into the little plate thing when we need to use it. And from here, and look at the pork now. Watch out the window, will Trump pay you for spying? What? It is a rubbish now. Okay, so let's get our slab of pork. Like I said, this is about 600 grams of pork belly. It's nice and fatty. You can see the layers of fat. This side is quite fatty. This side's not so much, but doesn't matter. You want some fat in this. Most of it is the flavor. A lot of the flavor comes from the fat and the tenderness. Hey Kathy, give me your hair. Wait, what are you gonna do with it? Make a voodoo doll? No. So it's gotta have like nice layers of it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them into about 1.5 centimeter-ish cubes. So I'm just gonna cut through it and try and get, you know, 1.5 to 2. It doesn't really matter. You can do it in slabs, you can do it in slices, you can do it like even almost mince it. But I'm just gonna try and keep it a pretty consistent size, around maybe 1 to 1.5 centimeters. We're just gonna cut from the skin side down. So that's about that size, and then I'll be cutting through the other way to get them into like little cubes up. But you should do a cooking stream. Do it. Spaghettios. Lol. Can you want the length? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't often get haircuts, and I just let it grow. You've never had either one of the items. I've made and eaten a lot of pork belly, like the braised pork, but I've never ever made Portuguese egg tarts in my life. So this will be a first time with you guys. Hey Flag Bag! Glad you can make it. Little cubes, yeah. In time him out, he can be a new victim. You've got to explain to him that the timeouts are friendly though. There's no... Ghost got timed out. Love it. Love it. Perfect. How are you doing, Flag? Alright, so you want to have a really nice sharp knife to do this because you're cutting through the pig skin, which can be quite tough. If you don't have a nice sharp knife, then it can be next to impossible. Pork belly looks like amazing bacon. I mean, bacon is mostly made out of pork belly, so it's just before it's cured, right? Maybe you got golden league. Nice. You can move to your OS account. Good. All right. I need carrying. I won 2 games today, but still firmly in silver. Okay, Ghost trying to snitch on you. Don't worry. Ghost tries to snitch on everyone. I need to feel too singled out. So basically I'm just going through and cutting them into pieces about that size. Again, have a nice sharp knife, it makes it so much easier. You should be able to just kind of like slice through it without having to saw it too much. Excuse, Yoni? Wait, just kidding, Ghost. Dag, it took you a bit longer than you would like. Feed for the first few, got the hang of it. Well, I'm proud of you, Flag, for getting back into gold. That's my goal this season, to end in gold as well. Oh no, it's to end in plat, but if I can get out of gold, I'll be kind of happy. And get out of silver. The battery you installed, lol, and got iron and TFT? Nice. Alright, so these are a little bit more solid, so I can probably try and cut these together. Oh, I guess. Like I said, if you want to do slices, you can actually cook this dish with you know, bits of meat like this size or even like bigger cubes. Just really depends. I like to do it like this because it feels like there's more. And Ash likes the pork pieces to be cut up quite small as well. What's the black thing between the kettle? Ah, that's my coffee machine. It takes coffee pods to battery. Can't you cook it whole, score the fat so it gets extra crispy? Ray, it's a braised pork belly, so none of it's gonna. That's roast pork, dude. You can cook it whole, score the fat, but that's a different dish, Ray. Isn't it bad to touch your face? Don't worry, I'm not touching it with anything that's. I'm not touching my face with anything that's touched the pork before. Okay. So we've cut up all the pork, and yeah. Goodbye. And we're going to get straight into getting this cooking because it does take a couple of hours before it becomes edible. So what we're going to do is And we're gonna get the wok over here. Coffee machine's fancy. Looks like it could launch into space. It's actually one of the cheaper ones that you can just get from the supermarket, but it works well for what I need it for, so I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so if you have one of these electric woks, they actually work quite well. I'm just gonna turn it on. I don't know what it is. So I want to get it quite hot. So I'm putting it on around, it's out of like 10, I'm putting on at like a 7. Wait, hours? Yeah, couple of hours. But it's because it's braised. Braising means cooking for a long time in, like, you know, in like a sauce and stuff. Okay, so here I've just got some peanut oil. For you, the ASMR sizzle, I'm sure you get some soon. We want maybe a couple of tablespoons. This isn't a healthy dish. If you're looking for healthy, this is not it, okay? So a couple of tablespoons, obviously with the fatty pork. A couple of tablespoons of peanut oil, maybe like a teaspoon of sesame oil. My sesame oil is pretty strong, so I don't want too much of it. Pour that in. I can feel the wok starting to heat up quite a bit. So we're just gonna let it keep heating, and here I have got some raw sugar. If you've got rock sugar, use that. If you don't, any type of sugar is fine. I like using raw sugar because the crystals are slightly larger. And we're gonna put in about into the hot oil about maybe say 3 teaspoons of. I change the way I cook this every single time, but it turns out pretty similar also every single time. So what we want to do is we want to basically start melting that sugar. I don't know if you guys can actually see it inside the wok, but I'm sorry if you can't. Alright, we just want to kind of melt this, and what it's going to do is it turns into a sort of like caramel, so that when we put the pork in, it browns really nicely. So now that it's nice and hot, we're going to slip the pork straight in. Make sure you get like the oil to coat the pork, and you want to just keep mixing it so that the sugar doesn't burn. You were today old and you found out they make electric woks. Yeah, it actually works really well. I took it camping once, or glamping actually. Is it really camping if you have electricity? The satisfying sound. So do you want Ray to coat you in oil? Damn! Ooh, I burnt myself. So just be really careful because the oil will splatter and it is really hot. So once the pork, can you guys still hear me talking fine? My thing's still staying here. Hey Miss Liam, how's it going? Yeah, my kitchen's my favorite room in the house, so I have to make it really big. Once your pork is basically, you know, like you don't see too much pink, you want to add the ginger, straight in, add your onions or shallots, just straight in, and we're going to add about half of that garlic, and again, just straight in. And you just want to get that all mixing through. Just keep stirring at this point. Keep mixing. So it should start smelling actually really good right about now, but we do want to keep it cooking for a little while for the pork to start browning. You can hear? Okay, good. So what's gonna go in here next is some Chinese rice wine. I'm gonna have some dark soy, some light soy, a little bit of rice vinegar, and some spice, and just some other seasonings that I always use for my cooking. You guys would have encountered it before. It's a lot of flavor in that wok, yeah. This dish has tons of flavor, and it just goes really well with rice. Absolutely one of my favorite dishes ever. So I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but right, a nice goldeny color. The meat is going to start to brown a little bit, the actual meat itself. This caramel color is coming from the actual caramel. Nothing different. It smells really, really nice, but it's nowhere near at the flavor or the smell that we're looking for. So you want to keep mixing it so that everything keeps getting coated and you don't actually end up burning anything. Oh, okay, so this is, can you guys see this? Hang on. Which piece is that? This piece. Can you guys see that? How it's like kind of browned and crispy looking on the edges? That is what you want to see on the pork. Like pretty much all of them should evenly have that sort of coloring to it, and then once you're at that stage, then you're ready to start putting the sauces in. So we're maybe 30 seconds away from that point. It doesn't take long with the sugar content of this. You want to keep an eye on it. Don't let it burn. Alright. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn it down a little bit so it's at about half heat. And first of all, we're going to add a few tablespoons of rice wine. So this is not vinegar, this is just rice wine. And you're going to let the alcohol cook out of it. So it's safe to eat for people who can't have alcohol, I guess. Unless you're allergic to alcohol, then you probably shouldn't add that. So that cooks it down a little bit. I'm going to turn the heat up a tiny bit more. Alright, and then the next thing that we want to do is we want to add just a little bit of vinegar. So literally just a splash. You do not want this to overpower at all. Then I want my spice. We'll be adding maybe say half a teaspoon or a teaspoon. I don't know, it depends how much you like Thai spice. I quite like it, so add a decent bit in. Mix that through. About 3. You can't take it anymore, BRB. Gonna send me your fresh black please. No. Good. See you soon. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some, this is just light soy sauce. So light soy sauce is saltier than dark soy. We're going to add about a quarter of a cup, I think. Probably, or even half a cup. I'm not really good with too great at quantities, but that's right. So that's where a lot of the salt is going to come from. So you add that, and then we're going to add a little bit of maybe like a tablespoon or 2 of dark soy. So the dark soy is a bit sweeter. It also gives a much richer color to the dish. And just because I always add this, it's my dashi stock powder, which is a Japanese fish stock powder, so I'll add a little bit of that, and just a spoon of my trusty chicken flavour stock. This is the Thai branded stuff, so if you don't have that, probably just don't add, you don't want to add like normal chicken stock to it. It won't really do the same thing. This is just like savoury, has a bit of MSG in it, which is of course delicious. Alright, so what we're going to do now is 2.5 cups of water. And it goes straight in. You might think that's a lot of water, but it's going to cook down. That water is going to, it's basically going to be there to boil, will braise your meat. And now we can put the lid on. Actually, we'll give it a quick mix. And then you can put your lid on and let it simmer at a low to medium heat. Like I said, it's gonna take a couple of hours, so just let it go. So we're just gonna put this to the side. Running out of space. Too much stuff on the bench top this time. Alright, and I'm just gonna put some of my things away because we're done with all of this. So we can just pop this wok over to the side and let it cook while we work on the rest of the components of this dish and then the egg tarts. So one of the things that I really like to have in this specific dish is eggs. It's actually a pretty crucial part. If you have it in Taiwan, they will always have eggs. So it's something that we can't not do. What we're going to do is we're just going to get a saucepan or a little pot, and then we're going to hard boil, let's say 8 eggs. I will do 8 because Ash really likes eggs and they're good. So all you want to do is hard boil an egg. If you don't know how to hard boil an egg, you put them in a saucepan or a pot, whatever. You cover the eggs with water and you stick it on some medium sort of heat. You don't want it too high because then the eggs will crack while they're boiling, and you want to have them boiling for about 15 minutes, then you can take them off the heat and ice bath them, shock them, whatever, and peel when they're cold. People get angry when their eggs have like a grey ring around them, which is why you ice bath them. If you don't care about the grey ring, then just don't bother with that. Also, if you, with this dish, it doesn't really matter about the grayness because what we're ending up doing with the egg is we're actually going to braise it in that sauce with the pork. But if you've never been to Taiwan, But Taiwan, never been, but Taiwan to go someday. You should definitely. It's got amazing food. Taiwan's amazing for eating. You only ice bath if you're trying to soft boil. So the ice bath also helps stop the that grey ring that you often get when you're hard boiling. Yeah, I never bother because, you know, it seems like too much effort. Okay, so this is right. Clean knife. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a quick little cucumber pickle. I'm gonna make a really basic cucumber pickle. It's super duper easy. You want some rice wine vinegar. Say maybe, well, I've just got like a little bit of cucumber. For that, we'll probably go for 2/3 to half a cup to 2/3 of a cup of vinegar. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna add some sugar. So with that, I'm gonna have about 3 or 4 teaspoons of sugar. Maybe a half will be enough. And a pinch of salt. Should you buy pre-boiled eggs? What? You can buy pre-boiled eggs? I've never heard of that. That's actually I have never heard that. I didn't know that you could buy pre-boiled eggs. Okay. Just a pinch of salt. And we are going to microwave this for about 20 seconds. So the reason we microwave that is so that the sugar and salt dissolves a bit more easily into the pickling liquid. Just a pinch, adds 3 tablespoons. No, pinch of salt, but 3 teaspoons of sugar, right? You have had a crap ton of eggs now since Easter. Wait, do you mean like actual eggs, or do you mean like chocolate eggs? Alright, so the vinegar's hot. What you want to do, just get a spoon and just stir the sugar through until it's dissolved. It doesn't need to be completely dissolved. It's not going to really like it will dissolve over time as well. It's like $2 for a bag of peeled boiled eggs. Actually, that's how many in a bag? Hey Ralph, you forgot that I'm streaming a bit earlier today. That's all good. You're here. We've got a while to go yet anyway, so you're not missing out on much. So you can do chunks, you can do whatever with the cucumber pickle, but I'm just gonna slice it finely because I just quite like. Ouch! Try not to slice your fingernail like I just did. Tuck your fingers. Try not to be multitasking like me right now, because it's not worth it. Need to claw fingers. Yeah. Yep, I wasn't paying attention. Oh. Seems like I never ever cut myself unless I'm actually on stream because I'm distracted. So with this cucumber, what you want to do is you just dump it straight into the pickling liquid, and then we'll mix it up and cover it, and you can eat it in a couple of hours or so, and you'll have just a really, really basic but yummy pickled cucumber, which is really nice with this dish because of like the fattiness of the pork. It's really nice to have something fresh, tangy, a little bit sweet just to cut through. We'll just keep mixing it, make sure that, so you'll actually end up with a lot more liquid in your pickle afterwards, because cucumber has a lot of water in it. It will release with the salt and sugar and vinegar. About your real age, your family still had egg hunts. You and your dad had beers. Nice! Ralph, chef school, they make you cut blindfolded. Oh, that sounds dangerous. Hey Alistair, how are you doing? Welcome back. Alright, so like I said, so cucumber pickle. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Cover it with a little bit of cling film. And straight in the fridge. Just gonna check my eggs. Still working its way up to the boil. We don't need this anymore, so I'll put that away. We don't need raw sugar. Alright, so the other dish that I really like to always have with this is just a really simple stir-fry cabbage and carrots. So we're just going to prepare that. Alistair, how goes the cooking? It goes well, thank you. It goes well, making one of my favorite dishes, and also a dish that I've never made before. So here I've just got a carrot. I'm just going to top tail that, and we are going to cut it into three. We're gonna cut slices out of the carrot. Like a great way to lose a finger. Cutting while blindfolded. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very good idea. Do not try that at home, children. And then we're just going to, so I've got like slices of carrot about yay big, and we're just going to cut them on the angle straight through, so that they're not too big. The pieces are evenly sized. I'm just going to do that with one whole carrot. It's quite a big carrot, so we just use one. Some of these bits aren't quite so big, so I'll just chuck those straight in. I don't bother peeling it. I don't think you need to. We're cooking it. You're not going to taste it really, and the skin has a lot of the nutrition. Sea of Thieves. Wait, what's Snuggy doing? My knife skills are pretty good. They could be better, but you know, I'm a home cook, so we just do what we can. There we go. And I'll probably use about a third of this cabbage. I do plan to have leftovers for tomorrow, by the way. Ralph, you see a lot of streamers that make you sit at the edge of your seat. Lol. Always have a sharp knife. It's one of the most important things. Always have a sharp knife. So we're gonna have about a third of a cabbage. That's check out the outer darker, bitterer leaves, and I'm just gonna chuck this straight back in the fridge. And we're just literally gonna cut this into like little squares. We're gonna cut it down this direction and then the other direction. New Zealand's got some big cabbage. Wait, is this a big cabbage? Because this is one of the smaller cabbages we get. Last cabbage I had was like, I don't know, about this big. Barely fits in my veggie drawer. Alright, so this is just gonna go into this bowl. I'll be cooking this right at the end so that it stays nice and hot. And this is what the garlic's for. I'm just gonna pop these to the side for now, while we try and make these egg tarts. So my pork is braising. It's smelling really good, but we just kind of want to leave it. Just keep it going. The electric wok, it keeps heating up, then like switching off for a while. It does one of those keep cool things. But if you're cooking it on a stove, just keep it on a very gentle boil, like a gentle simmer, for a couple of hours. So that's about normal for you. Good. Take a picture, post on Discord, and groceries. Right. Human for scale, banana for scale. It was a bit big, but they're out of season there, Jabatri. Oh, really? Yeah, we do get some big cabbages, but yeah, out of season. We do also get tiny ones. Like broccoli! Sometimes they give you like a broccoli which is like this big. And sometimes you get like a broccoli which is like this big. And I'm like, well, it's gonna be $2 all the same, right? Okay, so let's make a start on egg tarts. I've never made these before. Now I'm just gonna have a quick look at my looks yummy. Needs a lot more time. A lot more time. Show pork. That's called broccolini. No, broccoli's different. Show pork. Hang on. I know what broccolini is. It's one of my favoriteest vegetables. Alright. Pork. I need a bit of a rolling boil because I've turned the temperature up to get it boiling again, because I can't seem to get it quite consistent using this cooker. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to lift it up too much in case I don't want to lift it up in case I end up spilling it, which would be terrible. You're hungry for them? Good. Ralph, did you know that having different types of pans also cooks things differently? You've always thought that yeah, well, you've like different materials, different thicknesses, different shapes, everything makes a difference. Braised pork belly, Hong Sao roll. Yeah, basically. What time do you come over? I think we'll be done in maybe two and a bit hours. 2 hours-ish? Wait, what is that? Is Ashadvagasm? What are you saying? 2 and a bit? You take it, Pepe? Good. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, right now we're going to try this what's it called? Egg thing. Egg tarts. I think I might need a couple more eggs. Go get some more eggs. I have a lot of eggs. I bought 24 eggs and I already had 12, so we've got tons of. recipe here for something. Recipe for the thing. I need to go and sort out my fingernail. It's really bugging me. I'll be right back. I had to smooth it out, otherwise it was really bugging me. Okay. Egg tarts. Okay, so I've got some pre-bought puff pastry here. You can make it yourself, but I didn't really want to. Looks like my pastry's a bit crumbly, so we're gonna leave it out for a while. Hopefully it softens out nicely, and then we can actually work with it. Making it yourself is hard. Yeah, I'm like that's too much effort for me. So we're using pre-bought. People are hoarding. Yeah, we do get limits, but like you can buy bigger trays. Luckily, Ray, you never eat eggs anymore because you don't get to eat breakfast. But you can eat eggs at any time of the day. It doesn't have to be breakfast. Okay. What I need to do is I need to make custard. This is going to be interesting because I've never done this before. I need a medium bowl, whisk flour, and a 1/4 cup of milk until smooth. I'm going to be doing a lot of reading for this because it is my first time making this dish. 1/4 cup. I don't have a 1/4 cup. The ingredients are 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 1/4 cups of milk, 1 1/3 cups of granulated sugar, 1 cinnamon stick, 2/3 of a cup of water, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 6 large egg yolks. I've actually got lots of pastry here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to double the recipe. You can freeze eggs, they can inseminate them later in life. Ew! What? What are you saying? Take it back, take it back. We need flour. So apparently, oh no, my flour is like coming out of the bag. Oh yeah, and I haven't been able to buy flour for about 6 weeks, which is really annoying. Okay, so we're doing double the recipe, which means 6 tablespoons of flour. So we've got 1 tablespoon, 2. So if you're wondering what I'm doing with the knife, I'm just scraping it off so it's level. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 tablespoons of flour. And then we needed to whisk that with half a cup of milk until smooth. Alright, so that's perfectly smooth. All my eggs are starting to boil. Make sure the heat's turned right down. What's the time? It's 3:58. So in about 10 minutes, I want to take them off the heat and just chuck them under some cold water. Okay, so now we need to bring sugar, cinnamon, water to boil in a small saucepan and cook until the instant read thermometer registers 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's going to be interesting. So I do need some more milk. So I need 2 cups of milk for the next part. Actually using a thermometer, yeah. Nerd, well it tells me to, Paulin. I don't want to screw it up. Hey Demon Slayer Baby Park, how you doing? Good morning. So I've got a candy thermometer, it's one for like when you make candies, I guess. So we'll use that. I need touch and make sure it's hot enough. Not sure about you. I don't know if I've got a lemon out. Okay. So we need 2/3 of a cup of water, but we need to times that by 2. So, 2/3 of a cup times 2 is what? 1 1/3 cups? I wonder if that's gonna all fit in here. We'll try. This sugar and cinnamon. Small saucepan. Alright, perfect. Not too big. It's not too much. Sugar. We need 1 1/3 cups. Oh, okay, this isn't gonna work. This is gonna be not big enough. Let me measure out the sugar. So if I need 2 2/3. That's a lot of sugar. 1 1/3 times 2 is 2 2/3. That is a lot of sugar. Hey, Nacho! How's it going? Thank you so much for the resub. Sub for 4 months on the 4-month stream. Yay! Give me that pork. Thanks for the streams. Keep up the good work. Nacho, thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. I would love to share my braised pork and my egg tarts with you, if I could. Right now, I'm a little bit panicking because it looks like I may not have enough sugar. But actually, I have some white sugar. I don't need caster sugar. Alright, let me go grab that. Looks like I need to shop for some more sugar. I need 2 2/3. Let's measure this stuff. Frying potatoes. Wait, you are the egg guy? You can do omelets and fried potatoes. Sounds yum. I don't see a problem with that. 1. Oh, this is like all of my sugar. This is terrible. 2. Good. is a lot of sugar. This is a ton of sugar. We're like down there. So, indeed a lot of sugar. Yeah, this is, I hope I'm doing it right. I don't think that's going to fit into this little pot, into this little pan. But do not stir. Okay, I'm just going to quickly read the mixture. Vanilla. I think I'm going to need to use a different vessel. To be honest, the perfect saucepan that I need is the one that I'm boiling the eggs in right now. I might actually just wait. Oh, what's the time? Oh, 5. I didn't think this through. What is this? I'm not getting into these things, but might work. Let's use this. Okay. The sugar is to make up part of the custard. For the egg tarts. Not sure. Diabetes. Okay, so how do you do this? Put some water to a boil in a small saucepan and cook. And do not stir? How am I supposed to not stir this? It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna add some cinnamon. Wait, I think I got the cinnamon out. Once you become a VIP or higher, she acknowledges you. Wait, Alexia! Hi, Alexia. Your color was purple. It looked like nacho and rose color. I didn't see it. You're gonna need a dentist. Don't worry, I won't be eating the sugar straight. Ain't it gonna burn if you don't? I don't know. We'll see. Wait, Alexia, are you purple or pink? I can't tell. It keeps changing colors. Alright. Anyway, it said add a cinnamon stick. I don't have a cinnamon stick, so I'm just adding powdered cinnamon. And I need to wait till it gets to 100 degrees Celsius. So I'm gonna tack that on. And apparently we're not gonna touch this, so I'm just gonna have to keep checking on it. Guys, keep reminding me to check this, alright? Now what I need to do is, you gotta drink it while it's hot. Wait, what? Bulgaria, you caramelize sugar, then add vodka while it's still hot. Really? Oh. Okay. I've got to scald the milk, but instead of doing it on a pan, I'm going to do it in the microwave. So I'm gonna heat it for about 2.5 minutes. Alright, now we wait and hope that nothing blows up, because if things blow up, that might be a little bit awkward. Okay, I'm going to take my eggs off, and I'm gonna pour out the water. And get some cold water in here so that some of the heat comes out. Not bothering with an ice bath. Come over here. We're just gonna peel these eggs, so you bet I could become Twitch famous if it blows up. Wait, are you saying we should blow it up? Explain later. No.
Embrace the darkness.
Hey! Renegado, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We're just peeling eggs, and we're just gonna pop them to the side. And once they're all peeled, then we'll get them straight into the braising liquid as well with the pork. Try not to break the eggs when you're peeling them, like I've just done. I've just put a hole in it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect the taste of anything, but when the yolk comes out and goes into the sauce, it makes it cloudy, which kind of isn't really what you want. But it's not, you know, it's not a make or break of the dish if you don't peel the eggs cleanly. I'm just gonna go check on that sugar. Ow, it's really hot. This is really hot. Not the thermometer was sitting at the bottom of the saucepan, and it was like almost at 100 degrees, but then I took it out and the actual liquid itself is nowhere near, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to end up burning the sugar at the bottom of this pan because at the pot, because I didn't use the right one. I should have used this one really. When the eggs are old, they peel easy. If they're fresh, it's hard. Have you ever tried to peel them underwater? Wait, like me being underwater? Or putting them in water? I usually peel them under running water. But these ones are alright. Just so you can see. Wonder why you don't stir. They could like. Put them underwater. Wait, you don't mean while I'm swimming, Demon? While I'm scuba diving and peeling eggs at the same time? My milk is telling me to go get it out. I'll do that in just a sec. Oh, and one other thing that I forgot to do is I need to separate some eggs too. Better do that. sugar syrup just hit 200 degrees or 100 Celsius. So I'm just taking that off the heat. The milk isn't quite hot enough, so I need to hurry up because there's so many things I need to do. Ow! Shit, I just touched the braising liquid. That's quite hot. Don't put your fingers into a boiling hot liquid, guys. It's a bad idea. It's really hot. Alright, so I've just chucked the eggs in, given it a little bit of a stir, and we'll get the lid back on. So the eggs will end up being super infused with that flavour. So that's that. I need to just the hot milk, remove yolks, strain the mixture. Okay, I need to hurry up. Okay, we need to do 6 egg yolks and 3 whole eggs. Wait, I need 4 extra arms. That would actually be really handy right now. Okay. So just separating 4 egg whites, egg yolks. Probably gonna have to make some meringue sometime. 5, 6, and then 3 whole eggs. Crack your eggs on a flat surface, you'll have less shell to deal with. What do you mean shell? I don't have any shell to deal with. Right, there we go. Okay, gotta try and do this quickly now. So, whisk the hot milk into the flour mixture, okay? And then now what? An insect. Pour the sugar syrup in a thin stream, the hot milk, and whisk briskly. Okay, in a thin stream apparently. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I think I made way too much. This is gonna make like 50 billion tarts, isn't it? And I think I added way too much cinnamon. This is gonna be super cinnamony, I think. You see? Okay, cool. Alright, why did I decide to to double the mixture. This is gonna be like tarts for days. Jesus. There's no such thing as too much custard. Look how much there is! This is like... It's so much! I don't know. It seems like quite a lot. Whisk. Add vanilla. And whisk. Whisk the yolks. Strain the mixture into a bowl. Whisk in the yolks. Okay, how much vanilla do I need? Fish. I think that I will need to actually whisk the eggs before I free nacho. Haha, logos. It's a different nacho. We had a funny nacho yesterday. Nacho. A different one. They weren't very cool. I need a slightly larger one. Hey, it's Marilyn. How's it going? Wait, Tata1, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. This is the sound you guys. Oh my god, demon. Okay, so until it's very warm but not hot. Very warm but not hot. It's still pretty hot. Demon, it's okay. This is gonna make a lot of dishes, and Ash is not gonna be impressed because I'm gonna have to do. I'm probably gonna have to do some dishes tonight. Dishes aren't usually my forte. Maria, how are you doing? How was your sleep last night? Oh yeah, okay. Kind of hot. Too bad. Right. I'm impatient. Let's do it. God, my arms. Okay, which one of you from the audience wants to come and help me whisk this bloody thing? Marilyn, you're doing great. You're gonna go to sleep soon. Oh no! Hey babe, you wanna do it? Need to get a mixer, Ralph. Yeah, that's on my wish list. We're gonna get a what's it called? One of those mixer things one day. It's on the wish list. What are they called? Oh my god. KitchenAids. Maybe I'll be able to do push-ups, what, just with one hand? This is my right hand. Only. You're working tomorrow, Marilyn? Oh yeah. Alexia said that you're a cook. So, this is hard. Will you be working in like a restaurant? Oh my goodness, guys. Tiny bit left. Alright. Custard! Done. Done, 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 done. Hopefully, I haven't made scrambled eggs. Looks pretty smooth, but apparently I should strain it, but I don't really feel like that. That seems so easily. That's like too much sauce. Oh, okay. So apparently we can set this aside for a while. Cover with plastic wrap. You work at a restaurant, Marilyn? You only do delivery at the moment. Oh, fair enough. The thing is the bowl filling real fast. How much you'll have enough for anything else? Wait, with this? There's nothing else that needs to be added to this part, luckily. They will be turning into tarts, so. Trying to cover this with plastic. Trying to push some of these bubbles out. Bring you food. Me too, please. So I'm just pushing it down flat so that some of the bubbles get pushed down. We'll chuck this into the sink as well, along with the rest of the mess. Clean one. So this can be recycled. Alright, this is kind of like the assembly line part, I think we're gonna move on to now. So this bit clean. I'm just gonna quickly do a little bit of a tidy up, get some stuff out of the way. I don't need I don't need salt, I don't need vanilla, I don't need cinnamon. Did I need corn flour? No, I didn't need corn flour. I had 2 recipes and I wasn't quite sure which one I was gonna do, and then I forgot. And I've got all the stuff out for the other recipe that I didn't actually end up needing to use, and now I'm just a little bit confused. But it's this actually feels really nice. You don't think you do delivery where I live? Say like you'll guess it's Australia or something. New Zealand, but very close. Wait, Ghost has a Diana God command, but Alexia doesn't? What is this? Mods, fix this. Alright, so I don't need corn flour, and I'll put my egg whites in the fridge. Which we could make meringue with sometime, I guess. Alright, fun part, I think. Alright, let's just give my pork a bit of a mix. The eggs are starting to look a bit marinated. Okay, I'll show you guys a piece of the pork. At this stage, the pork is actually fully edible, but we want it to get a bit more tender than what it is currently. Like, it will be a little bit chewy, a little bit bouncy. The sauce is starting to thicken, So we'll probably want to cook it for at least another hour before we're ready to look at eating that. So what I'm gonna do now is we're going to, I guess we preheat the oven. Okay, what do we need to, 290 degrees Celsius. Wait. I feel like that's way too hot. Let me just check my other recipe because 290 degrees, I feel like that's gonna burn. Make sure that pork's at least 63. Okay, that pork has been boiled the shit out of nacho. It's been cooking for over an hour. Well, yeah, like an hour and a half now. That will definitely be done. Okay, 220 degrees. That sounds better. We'll do 220. And what is it? Fan bake or bake? I guess it's bake. Wipe down. Okay, you had a buddy who tried to cook pork rare. Ew! Like, it's so when people decide to say that what's it called? Chicken should be eaten medium rare, and you're just like, dude, you heard the word medium rare to do with meat, and then you thought you would sound smart, but so facepalm. Okay, so got a couple of oh no, where's the water in this one? Muffin tins ready to make the tarts in. I'm not sure if both are going to work as well as each other, but we'll give it a go. I think what I need to do is I need to brush. Oh, hang on, I need to make these logs and quickly chuck them in the fridge for a little bit. I don't need to chuck them in there. Okay, I'm gonna melt a little bit of butter, and then I'm just gonna brush the bases of all of these muffin tins, so that when we go to what's it called? When we go to take the parts out, they won't stick. Butter. Just melt that. About 20 seconds before we melt.
Embrace the darkness.
Okay, here we go. Butter, and I'm just gonna brush the insides of these just so that pastry doesn't stick later on. Hopefully. That's the idea. You're eating her chicken? Where's ours? Hey, Jose Isaac, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm gonna do a little bit in the silicone mold as well, even though in silicone it's supposed to be non-stick already, but just to be safe. Good, that's all done. And now we're going to do this rolly thing. So there's apparently a method to doing this. I've never done it before, but we will hopefully not screw up too badly. You're supposed to wait. Supposed to butter in between, I think. Got some extra butter. Butter in between my sheets of puff pastry, ready made, pre-bought because I didn't want to make my own. Quite efforty to make puff pastry. Alright, and then we put another sheet on top. Mine's a little bit cracked because it's a little bit old, like it's been in the freezer. Well, it's not like old, but it's been sitting in the freezer for a while. I might just take off the cracked edges and get rid of those. They might not work too well. Little butter never hurts. Never. Butter's, well, yeah, let's say never hurt. Take that. Oh, okay, and now what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to roll this. So, it's quite melted now.
Sometimes that it doesn't make sense. It's even harder to comprehend.
So here we've got a roll of dough. I only need a little bit of water. A glass of water, why not? And we need to cut this into 12, so one, two, three. I might cut this back in the fridge because this one's getting really soft. Cut that into thirds. Okay, let's just try one before I go and butcher all of the rest of them. What I'm supposed to do here apparently is roll this. Then that dough is dummy thick. Wait, what does that mean? Is it too small? Too small. I don't know. Each thick. Viable. Dip until the thickness of about 1/16 of an inch. 1/16 of an inch. Jesus, what is that? Okay, so apparently I need to pop those in. Okay, they're gonna be tiny, but this might work. So there we go, we have one thingy in the thing. This is hard. Ray, you got some more salmon today. You're gonna make it tomorrow with broccolini. Good. All right. Well, we're gonna watch The Witcher tomorrow, so I would like a I would like a serving while watching, if that's okay, Ray, thank you. 2.65 centimeters. I don't think that that's a 1/16 of an inch nacho, to be perfectly honest. 2.54 centimeters is an inch. So you need to divide that by 16. 2.54 divided by 16. Anyway, I'm just going with pretty approximate sizes right now. We're just gonna. I preheated that, right? Yes, I did. Good. Probably doesn't help that I've got the heating on right now with the AC, because with my heat pump it's quite cold. Pastry doesn't work well being in warm spaces, so I guess if any of you decide to make this, make sure that it's not super warm. Okay. Oh, you thought I said 11:16? Wait! Oh my God, Ray! Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Marilyn. I appreciate that so much. Yay! Marilyn, welcome to the sub club. I don't know why I just suddenly started saying sub club, but I quite like it. So you just have to deal with it, I guess. Wait! Holy shit! Miss Molly Makes! Hi, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid! With 61 raiders! Oh my god. Thank you for the follow, Ariella. Ariella, Pen King, Jade Mewtwo. Thank you so much. Pen King, cooking's done. Time to share the fun. Molly needs to start the dishes. But the Molly tokens are here with well wishes. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Funky Fresh, thank you so much for the follow. Damn, guys, go and check out the amazing stream of Miss Molly. I will have to do this too. Thank you for shouting her out. M2 Trappy, thank you for the follow. Mrs. YD35, thank you for the follow. Bolt77, also thank you for the follow. Beautiful Bees, Metallicane, thank you. If I've missed anyone, I'm very sorry. This is very exciting. How are you all? How was the stream? Grumpy Gamer, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, Summerson, thank you, or Summerson. Nice raid message. It is very cool. Oh, this is so exciting. You have followed only chat. Wait, do I? Oh no. But thank you so much for the follows. Thank you so much for the raid, Miss Molly. I hope your stream went amazingly. Ariella, I love KFC. KFC is amazing. Menopause? Lol, menopause. Haha. Thank you so much for the follow. Trolls are the worst. But yes, thank you all so much for joining us. And I really appreciate it. I better keep working while chatting, because otherwise this pastry is going to go soft. What did you cook today, Miss Molly? Tayan13, how's it going? Thank you so much for the follow. I'm getting like nervous because there's so many of you. How's day going? Really well, thank you. Really well. Dairy-free cheesecake. Banana bread and ramen. Holy moly, sounds like a feast. No cooking? Just juggling zucchinis. Nice. That sounds difficult. It's going well, Tan. Doing great. Just you. Thank you so much. You guys are so lovely. How do you turn these marshmallows into egg tarts? What do you mean? This is puff pastry, not marshmallows, guys. Puff pastry, and we've rolled them and then cut them and then rolled them again. I coughed, don't get corona. Alexia Ray did gift a sub to your sister. Man, now How do you make dairy-free cheesecake? I'm very curious. Also, like when you say ramen, was it ramen from scratch? Like did you make the noodles? Because I have never done that and I would love to learn. We have guests, behave. Lol, Ghost getting told off. He's gonna give your whole family a sub soon, including your daughter. Ariella, it was packet ramen today, but Molly loves to make pasta from scratch. Hey, that's so cool! Soaked macadamia nuts. Oh, cool! And then like blitzed up to make the basically like the cream, I guess. And hang on, so do you do dairy free because of dietary restrictions, or is it just, you know, something that you wanted to do? That's very cool. I've got a friend who's vegan, and I've always been thinking that I should like try some vegan recipes for him, but I don't think he's that into cooking. Wait, you got a new what's it called? New command elixir. Nice. Ariella, you think she was making it for a friend or family member? Oh, that's so cool. That's really awesome. Good. Right. This part is really hard, and I'm really hoping that I have not absolutely gone overboard with the amount of custard, because that custard looks like it's going to be enough for way more than 24 tarts. Oh no. It said that this is supposed to... I can't see how many, like what the serving size is on my recipe. So I may have actually done way too much custard. You can never have too much custard. Well, the thing is, I don't know if I can use it for anything else, because it is specifically like Portuguese egg tart custard. Funky Fresh, where am I from? I'm from New Zealand. Hey Mad Streams, how you doing? Welcome back. Alright. I'm gonna work quickly, but it's so warm and my pastry's all melting. Good thing it's pre-bought pastry rather than homemade stuff, because I think that would probably be even worse in terms of dissolving in my fingers. New Zealand is beautiful, you can live there. You've been here before, Ariella? Also, whereabouts are you from? New Zealand is the most amazing place. Although it's the only place I've ever lived, so I'm a little bit biased. Oh, you're an Aussie, nice! Wow. Like my stream always tries to say, we're basically the same country, but you know? Kind of. Funky, you're from Atlanta, Georgia? Nice. How's your ISO going? Okay, so here's the funny thing. Well, it's not that funny, but I've actually been working from home for about 2.5 years, and for like the past 6 months, like not related to anything sickness related, just because I don't like going outside. I've been doing grocery shopping online. So for me, this whole isolation thing hasn't actually changed my life too much. Done a few more cooking streams, a bit more regular with cooking streams, but apart from that. How about you? Have you been affected very much by the whole thing? Born in your China, Corona. Say what for it? Right. We're down to our last 3 for this batch, and then I'll get these in the oven while I cook the other ones. I mean, while I make the other ones. Ariella, you have 3 kids, so only really school has been affected. Oh yeah, during homeschooling? You're a homebody anyway. Yeah, so for people like us who like it at home, it's like, it's not a huge deal, right? Tangy Fresh, you've been to the Savannah once. Wait, Savannah? Is that like a desert, or am I thinking like Sahara? I've never been to the US, well actually that's a lie. I've been to Hawaii, but that's it. Not very familiar with US geography. And how do I pronounce cats' names? Okay, so there's Nidalee and Akali. They're actually League of Legends character names. Because I like League of Legends. Usually I stream League of Legends pretty much every night. So if you guys enjoy that. Ariella, speaking of kids, you better feed them. Nice to meet you. Ariella, thank you so much for hanging out for a bit, and hopefully we'll see you again. Take care, and yeah. Look after those children. Ralph's a cat too. Lol. At least you made it out of Bankhead. Wait, what's this? One drug I might use somehow ended up at a club. You're a weird person that reads bios. Hey, no, that's cool. I mean, that's what they're there for, right? For people to read. Ariana, you read it too, so the KFC. That's the one thing I'm probably missing most with the whole lockdown, with the whole isolation thing, is no fast food whatsoever, no restaurant food, just having to only eat what I cook. Ray, you're a white guy. The first thing you heard was, wow, they let white people in here? Wait, what do you mean? You won't tell you it's KFC Friday? Wait! Can I come over? Oh man! I'm so jealous. Maybe in like 3 or 4 weeks I'll get KFC again. We'll see. The oven's nice and preheated, so that's good. How do we do this? Small cup, dip your thumbs, pastry bottoms. Fill each cup 3/4 full with cool custard. Custard's not cool, it's still warm. Would that be terrible? Well, we'll try it. Let's see. I think I might need a flat base to sit this on so it's all flop. And yeah, this might be about the right size. And we'll try and fill these out. Oh, this is way too big. This is a slightly smaller one to fill them. You were drunk and wound up at a club in a really bad part? Oh really? How to explain that Bankhead is bad? Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. Try not to go there. Okay, this is way too much custard. I made like 15 times as much custard as I needed. I really did not need this much custard. Silly me, I doubled the recipe. I really did not need to. You'll take some? Good. Gan you man, how's it going? Trying to be quite careful with filling this up. custard for days. The thing is, I honestly don't know how to use this custard if I'm not making these egg tarts. I guess I could like put them in ramekins and just put them in a bain-marie and bake them. That might work. Because, yeah, it's not like a usual custard, like you can't eat it as is. Wow, I've used like maybe like 5% of it, and that's like a whole batch already. Like that's all of my, oh my god, this is kind of bad. Did you miss the braised pork? Yes, unfortunately you have missed the cooking process of it. It's still braising currently, but in case you like want to watch it, I will be putting the video up on YouTube as well, and the VOD will be up on Twitch for a while. Get to see the finished product. Yes, you will. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. So I need to put it in for about 12 minutes currently. So we'll get this first batch in. Wait, did you guys see the? I don't know. I can't see what you guys can see. So hopefully, yeah. Alright, fingers crossed that this is gonna work. I think I put in the top third. Okay, that's perfect. Let's do the other batch. Oh. I gotta say, this part of it's actually kind of exhausting, but that's alright. I do need to cut off these crusty bits there. Not ideal for rolling. It's gonna be awesome. And my hair is amazing, you just noticed. Oh, thank you! Thank you. It's a lot of time goes into my hair. One thing that I like to really take care of, I guess. I'm just getting rid of these crusty bits of the, I don't know if I need to brush it with butter in between, because, forget about it, my butter's gone hard, so we just won't. Let's roll this up as well. A few more cracks in this one. We'll just roll it tightly so that it sticks together. Alright, and we'll work this one a little bit more quickly, so that hopefully it doesn't get quite as soft as it is on the middle. And get these rolled out straight away. Okay, I think this muffin tin that I'm using is just a teeny weeny bit bigger than the other one, so I'm going to have to just roll these out slightly larger to fill the bottom. Okay, hopefully this will do. And I've already buttered these, so hopefully we won't get too much stickage. Oh, it's so sticky because it's so warm. Big enough.
Sometimes that it doesn't make sense. It's even
How that's going. Just gonna have a quick peek. Alright. Can't really tell what's going on in there, but nothing's exploding yet, so that's a positive, I guess. Oh, this is getting really, really sticky. Just work with it. I might actually try and make a couple of islands. First time just chatting, your milkman. Wait, isn't this under food and drink? Have I got it set wrong? But other than that, your milkman, it's not my first time, but it is under food and drink. I'm gonna make these slightly bigger. Food and drink is right. Okay, cool. Thanks, Hunky Fresh. I'm just trying to make them a little bit bigger because I feel like cutting them into 3, it's just not quite filling the muffin tin as I would like. I just want it to be a little bit deeper, I guess. That's better. Gives us a bit more pastry up the sides. Your milkman, what am I making? You don't understand the title, you've never heard of it. So braised pork is a Taiwanese dish that is basically a pork belly which is sliced into small cubes, which is then braised in like a soy sauce, sort of I guess you could call it a marinade or a sauce. And also these are egg tarts which originated in Portugal. Taryn, you love my kitchen? Thank you. You're typing terrible. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I can understand what you're saying. Thanks. My kitchen is like my happy place. So it's been... I love it too. Come on now, lol. I like how you're funky fresh. That's funny. So these egg tarts are like a pastry based shell sort of thing with a custard in the middle. If you don't know. Your milkman, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I feel like this pork is almost ready. Actually very close to ready. So I should really be You should really be cooking some rice up for that.
I knew wisdom was the choice of the moment.
Haven't done yet. I'll get these rolled out and then I'll get some rice in.
I put myself down just by looking up.
Anyone from Molly's stream? You should do this more than League. Your Milkman, the thing is, I would love to do this more, but it's actually very, very exhausting to do cooking streams regularly. And since most of the time I just want to be casual, that's why I stream League. I'll do this like once every 1 or 2 weeks, I think. With the lockdown, I've been trying to do it once a week. But yeah, it's really exhausting, and for those of you who have been around for a while, you know about how I've got a bad ankle condition, and I end up actually suffering quite a bit after cooking streams from standing for so long. Bag, you love these streams. They are taxing. They're super taxing. Like basically, I can't really walk very much the next day from my ankles and hips. From just hours of standing, which I don't usually do in my day-to-day life. If I'm cooking, it's usually quite quick. I would have made that braised pork and gone and sat down and not done all of this. Modding is hard. You don't want me not walking? It's alright, like I'll take a couple of days and recover. But yeah, this is why isolation and all that stuff's not too bad for me. I'm like, I wasn't going anyway. This is where I would have been. At home, chilling. That must be almost done.
In the prompts to myself, I would express it, not knowing if I'm capable or if I would respond.
Wait, Panda's not here. Panda will be fast asleep right now, probably. It's 6 AM for him. Oh, he might be up soon. No, Panda's sleeping, right? Yeah, it's early morning for him right now. Well, do you guys wanna game stream tonight? Okay, let's get it out.
Embrace the darkness.
That doesn't look done. In. Give it 5 more minutes. It does actually need to be higher heat, apparently. My it's not done yet. It's definitely still quite soggy. Rocket Man, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Panda's wee. Good. Don't let him hear you say that. I'm gonna screenshot and send it to him. Oh, haha. Don't lie, you probably just woke up before you joined the stream, Alexia. Oh, you're getting called out, Alexia. It's probably true. Alright, last one. We're only making 9 in this batch rather than 12 because too difficult. Too difficult to make them small. We'll make them a little bit bigger. Alright, these are getting quite soft, so hopefully it works. There we go. Alright, that's all of the pastry rolled out. Since I need a little bit more time to get those other ones cooked, let's get some rice on so that it's ready to eat when everything's done. So I'm just going to use some jasmine rice. It's going to go in a rice cooker. Recommend, is there a Subaru in the drive? No, and that's a Mazda, I'm pretty sure. Then no, it's not mine. Alright, so I'm gonna, because I've got quite a bit of pork and stuff, I'm gonna do 2.5 cups so that I can have lunch for tomorrow. Well, me and Ash can have lunch tomorrow. Cup, jasmine rice. You love jasmine rice? Same. I actually love most rice, but I love jasmine rice with like saucy Asian dishes, like Asian cuisine. It just, I don't know, soaks up all the flavors really well. So I'm just gonna give this a quick wash and then get it in the rice cooker. So always wash your rice before cooking it. It helps get rid of the starch and also just any impurities which might be in there. And I'm using a rice cooker, so the ratio of rice to water is whatever amount of rice I use, I add an extra cup of water. So 2.5 cups of rice would need 3 cups of water. And I put half a cup of water inside my rice cooker and just chuck that straight on. I've got a, I don't think you guys can actually see it from this. Got like one of these. Very, very, very traditional Taiwanese rice cookers. They're amazing. Your rice will always come up perfect. Wait, oh, Selena, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Oh, okay, this time, let's hope that they're actually done this time. Jeez, that's hot. Okay, they don't have the brown spots on them. They look pretty good. So usually when you see people making egg tarts, the tops are browned, have like little golden spots on them. Mine don't have that. I feel like if I put it in for a few more minutes, they will. Maybe we'll try that, eh? Should we try that? Jesus, also my eyelashes got a little bit burnt when I opened the oven. Oh. I've got stuff in my hair. And you're out for now. You sure you'll see me again? Have a great stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully we will see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. It was lovely having you here. I'm gonna fill these ones up. Looks good. Yeah, hopefully they taste good because I'm a little bit worried about how they've turned out, considering I seem to not be able to get the nice brown spots on them. bottom of my page. These we can fill a little bit higher, I think. A little bit bigger. We're adding an extra 1/16 of a cup-ish. So that's ready to go in once the other ones come out. Alright, so since I've got all of this mixture left, I've literally got, I don't know, most of the mixture that I made left. It's so bad. I messed up in figuring how much I actually needed, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake some of these, I guess, in custard, in little ramekins, just as little custards to eat. Because if we have, actually, these might work good. Let's use our different ramekins. Alright, I've got these little blue ramekins. Shotgun it, drink it. I don't know if that if that would be any good to actually just eat straight off like that. That's what these are for. You always use it to cut your rice. Yeah, so these are great for doing things like creme brulees and panna cottas, but you can do savory things in them or use them as plating. Trust me, it would be good. It doesn't seem like the most amazing thing to be just shotgunning. That might have been in for a little bit too long now. We'll leave them out for a little bit to settle. I think I ended up getting a bit too greedy and not greedy, but they're quite dark now, so maybe I won't show you them just yet. I guess if we've got a little bit too much, just dump a bit on that. We'll have used most of it. Okay, set the ovens back up to temperature. We'll chuck these ones in too, and we'll put them in for, what did it say, 17 minutes. So here's the ones from earlier. They're a little bit toasty, but to be honest, they look quite tasty. I'm not they look alright. Oh, I suppose you sprinkle them with sugar before putting them in. Was I? Sprinkle. Oh no, I'm supposed to sprinkle it now with sugar. Alright, well, I feel like that there was already plenty of sugar in the recipe, so I might not do that last step of adding more sugar. And with this, I want put a cup of water in the side. So this is a bain-marie. It's basically a water bath. You want to fill the tray till about half full with water, and so I'll probably need another cup. Basically, it just it will help the custard sort of set evenly. My chat on stream is broken. Wait, what do you mean my chat on stream is broken? What's happened, Ray? Is everything okay? On screen it's not updating? Okay, hold on, let me just check something. Be right back.
Embrace the darkness.
I saw beauty in the selflessness of giving. I heard sorrow in the song of 1,000 merchant men, singing just to fill their emptiness. I knew wisdom was a choice of the moment, there for you to be now and not just to become. I put myself down just by looking up. I felt love from the
It's still there. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I've just tried to restart it and it looks, wait, it's working now? Okay, cool, perfect. Wait, no one can see it, or is it working now? Which one is it? Sorry, it's all set up on my computer, which is in a different room from the kitchen. That's why I have to go and oh, it is working? Cool. Awesome. Oh wait, you're talking to Alexia, who says blame Ray? I concur. Damn, this is a lot of dishes. Okay, so now that we've got basically everything ready, the rice is cooking. I'm going to cook the cabbage that we had prepared earlier. So basically, those of you who weren't there earlier, we've got just some chopped up cabbage and some carrot. This is all raw at the moment. We've got about 4 cloves of garlic, which has been minced. And I'm going to be working over there. I'm sorry that I can't take my camera with me. It's mounted up right now. But I'm just going to quickly cook it all up. It's really basic. What you do is, I'll try and talk through it while I cook as well. But basically, what we want is a wok. And you get that nice and hot. What can you guys see? You want to be gone? Time to party? Wait, what? I'm just gonna see what you guys can see. No point on me yakking away over there. Okay, you can kind of see. I'll kind of be behind the wall of text, but Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm heating up my wok. We want to get that really, really nice and hot, and then you'll add some oil. I'm just going to use peanut oil because it's tasty and it works well. So you want a decent bit of oil. This is, like I said earlier, this isn't a it's an indulgent dinner. You wanna enjoy it. So get that. Okay, actually, my pork is all ready, so I'm gonna turn that off. Turn that right off so that it stops cooking. We want to take our garlic, add it to the hot oil, which isn't actually that hot right now, but you don't want to burn it. And you just mix it up a little bit, get it a little bit fragrant, and then just put your veggies straight in. Just sizzle a little bit, and just toss the veggies so that the garlic oil basically coats it a bit. Hey, Iowa! I didn't know you were here. Good luck on the cooking. Thank you. You guys can hear it? Good. So once basically all of the veggies are coated with the garlic oil, you're gonna get a little bit of water, maybe like, I don't know, quarter to half a cup, and then into the pan. Lid. Trigger it, and you just want to let it steam for a little bit. ASMR, like that. Would it be really bad if I tried one of the tarts on stream? Because I haven't, I really, really want to. Got a tart. It's a little bit burnt. It's a little bit darker on the edges. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what it tastes like. I'm hungry and I can't help it. It tastes very much like puff pastry. I think that there's not enough custard in this one. I think the other ones with a more custard will be better. But tell you what, who doesn't like a bit of sugary puff pastry? Still tastes bloody good. Alright, would recommend, but like I said, if we made it with more custard in it, I think it would have been better. Well, the other ones hopefully will be better. I would still probably eat about 6 of them in one go. Hey Michelle Kelly, you have a nice vision, thank you. Thank you. I actually did design it myself. A lot of people often say they make things themselves, but How are you doing? I'm gonna go check on my veggies. I just wanted to steam them for like not too long. we can give it another minute or two. Hey Tom the Yes Man, how you doing? I'm sending some to you now. Baby.
Embrace the darkness.
Okay, so I've got some of my chicken stock powder and some of my dashi powder. I'm gonna season it with this and flavor it with this. So, if you don't have these, that's fine. They'll be pretty good flavor with just garlic. But if you do have some like dashi stock or chicken stock, just it's always great for flavor, which would highly recommend. So I just put 3 spoons of the dashi, and I'll put like a couple of spoons of the chicken stock. You don't want it too salty because the pork itself will be quite salty already. And you just mix it through, and then you can turn off the heat. And yeah, this is just really simple cabbage and carrot stir fried. Will be really flavoursome with garlic, and we'll just keep it warm here until we're ready to serve. My rice isn't quite ready. I really should have put that on a lot earlier, but I forgot. Michelle, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. You love learning new recipes. Oh man, we've just come to the end of the cooking basically. I will be serving very soon, hopefully. Getting my chair, having a sit. Now that we're just doing a bunch of waiting. Michelle, I'm assuming that you enjoy cooking then? Okay, my rice has just popped up. It needs at least 5 minutes to steam. Otherwise, if you open it right now, it's quite wet and it's just not the ideal texture. It's best to let it steam for at least 10-15 minutes, but I will actually pull it out and serve it so that you guys can see the final product. Flag waiting, your favorite, yes! Oh, we get to do some waiting right now. The second batch of egg tarts are almost done. It says about 4 minutes, but I'm gonna try and let it brown up a little bit on the top before I take them out. I can see that they're bubbling a little bit, and then once that's done, I'm actually going to put in these big custards, which I hope will turn out okay, since they're not exactly what I wanted them to be. This was, I can't believe I made this much custard. It's actually crazy how much there is. But next time I know, we won't be making this much. So, yeah, give it a couple of minutes. More to snack on during ISO, exactly. Because, you know, who hasn't put on weight so far since coronavirus? I certainly have, and I'm becoming a little bit worried because even though I've been eating basically the whole time, like lockdown started, I cannot wait, I absolutely cannot wait to spend like 2 whole weeks just eating fast food every single night once the lockdown's over. Race back more now, hit the gym hard when it opens back up. See, the thing is, I don't go to the gym. But I'll try and be a bit more sensible. JV, hey, on a scale of 1 to KFC, how excited am I for it? Wait, for KFC? KFC. 100% KFC. Wait, did I answer that correctly? If you're talking about how excited I am for KFC, I am like so excited. I cannot wait. It's been way too long since the last. I actually regret not having more KFC before the lockdown started. Even though I had it a day before it, or 2 days before it started. Oh, I read some news today. Burger King in New Zealand has gone into receivership. So unless they can find a buyer, we might not have Burger King when the lockdown comes back. I mean, lockdown finishes. What's that mean? Which part, Black Bag? R.I.P. Burger King. Yeah, I actually love Burger King. I know that a lot of people rage on it, but you know what? I love fancy gourmet food, but I also love a big, dirty, greasy burger. JB, Burger King's all the time. You 100% get it at the app every time. I just gotta like make sure that these are done. Okay, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Just because I feel like it could do with a little bit more browning at the top, but they're basically done. Lexia, there's a KFC literally 1 kilometer from you. 1 kilometer. There's one very close to me which has opened recently, but because it's a very new location, it's not as good as APS Airport. Oh really? Imagine if they closed. They actually closed. Burger King or Subway? You prefer Subway hot? I prefer Burger King. They don't serve hot. They don't serve fries at Subway. No, I like burgers. I really like burgers. Hence my name, Yonberg. Burgers are like my jam, and fried chicken. But like I say, Yon fried chicken just doesn't sound as. It doesn't roll off the tongue like Yonberg does. Yon fried chicken, Yon FC. Doesn't work. If you tell her that, she'll ask for pictures every time you get some. If you get KFC, Alexia, you have to send me pictures. Post a picture tomorrow when you eat KFC while eating my chicken now. Okay, good. I'm super excited. Hey Dunaway, I made Taiwanese bracelet. I did indeed. In fact, I can show you guys. Since I can unplug it now. It's all finished. Here is the final product. This is the final product. Of the pork. Everyone else watching should eat KFC, but Yon. See, like, the thing is, Ray, that's not even a choice for me. With eggs, of course. Always with eggs. I'm super excited to, actually, you know what? Let me take some photos. So I can put it on Instagram. Any of you here who haven't joined the Instagram, please do. Okay. Ooh. I do have an Instagram where I post all my food pics that I do on stream, and sometimes the ones I don't do on stream. I also have a YouTube where I post all these videos that I do the cooking stream. Okay, I don't know what happened. They look interesting. But they'll taste fine. Fingers crossed. Right, now we'll just put this last batch of custards in, and I'm gonna bake them for about an hour because I think they're gonna need that to cook right through, being such a big batch. Oh, heavy. So I'm going to put them at 180 degrees and bake them for an hour. Hopefully they turn out okay. Alright, damn, this cooking stream's gone on way longer than I expected. Oh my gosh, okay, we'll have a quick. Well organized? I don't have a social command, I should do that. Working on an OnlyFans, lol. I need more food. No, I'm not! Who will eat all the food? Ash and I will eat all the food. Don't worry, I'm not eating it all by myself. But give me a couple of days and I could. It's actually not that appealing before it's plated. Okay, let's get these egg tarts out so that we take a photo before we eat them all. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't get the pretty what's it called? Like that golden patchy, like the burnt toastiness on top. It's all just around the edges, but I guess other than that, they turned out pretty well. All in all, not too terrible. Let's plate up so that we can have dinner because I'm pretty hungry and I'd like to eat. I'm sure Ash is super hungry as well. So I'm sure the rice has been steaming for long enough. You guys can hopefully enjoy the look of them. You add eggs on the braised eggs. Wait, what do you mean? There's eggs which were braised with the pork. Thrown away. So I always fluff up my rice before serving it. I just feel like it always looks more appetizing when it's nice and fluffy. Do an Ash serving. It's quite a big serving anyway for me. I don't used to eat this much, but now that I'm doing absolutely nothing, I feel hungrier all the time. Don't know where you're mixing things up? Yeah, so it's pretty traditional to have eggs in the braised pork. Everything looks amazing, Punky. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Get some cabbage on the side. So this is basically very, very home style plating. Just dump it on and then eat. Nothing fancy about this. And so Ash gets 2 eggs. Sauce. For me. we have it. I always cover up to stop like it completely steaming out. Just keeps extra sauce coming out. And yeah, so there's Portuguese egg tarts and dinner. And leaving annoyed at splats of stuff everywhere. This must be a great dinner. Yay! Thank you. You made adobo. Hey, adobo is actually very similar to this dunaway. Now you're hungry. Oh, yay! Well, I'm going to finish up the stream here because I'm gonna eat and go have dinner with Ash. So do you guys want a game stream tonight? Ralph, make you hungry then leave. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be horrible. Wait, pickled cucumber. I almost forgot. We have pickled cucumber. So we made this earlier as well. It's just a cucumber in a pickling liquid of vinegar, sugar, and salt. Jackbox and Marvel stream. I think also Snuggy wants Snuggy's actually gotten me Dead by Daylight. So I was thinking we could try some of that on stream as well if you guys are keen. I said I promised him I'd play some tonight. But alright. So we will see you maybe like in an hour or 90 minutes or 2 hours, sometime. I'll be on, but it's now you heard your name. I was saying we'll play some Dead by Daylight later. Can we host Boo? Yes, of course. So well, I have to do this. I didn't figure out why last time you couldn't, but we can go raid Boo. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch some of you later for the game stream. Thank you, you're gonna head to bed. Have a great night, and yeah, I'll see you guys all again soon, hopefully. Got Boo rated here. Oh. Did it work?